All right, we are continuing our coverage now on the tense weather conditions, and our Bailey Koronek joins us live from Denmark. Hi, Bailey. Hope you're staying safe. And what are you seeing out there?
Yeah, totally. Hey, Nicole, we are actually on the way to Denmark. We're hearing reports of downed trees there, so we're just going to figure it out and see what is going on and check on the road conditions there. We just entered across the town line in Casco. I'm going to show you the roads. They're pretty clear right now. It is not raining. We saw a little debris on the roads, but overall not too bad. I do want to talk about, though, while we're looking at the roads, the power outages. Right now, CMP is saying about 8,300 people are out of power. Those counties where it's most affected, let's see, Kennebec County, 166 people, Piscataquis County, 293 people, Oxford, 340, and then let's see, Cumberland, about 1,300, York County, about 1,700, Saginaw County, about 1,500. So we're keeping an eye on that throughout the night, and we will keep you updated from Denmark on those downed trees, see if the roads are open. So I'll toss it back to you, Nicole.
Okay, thanks, Bailey. We'll see you later. And we are now in day 5 of ranked choice tabulating. So if you thought we might have results sooner, well, so did some election officials. Christian Harsa is live in Augusta. He's been following this process from the beginning. Hi, Christian. Where do things stand at this point, and when can we expect results?
When we will get those results is still to be determined, but where do we stand? Well, we're in the last part of this process, Nicole. We're currently working through what is called the proofing process, and that's making sure that what was cast on election night matches what is in the computer that's going to run the ranked choice process. We're going to turn the camera over here to give you a look at what's going on. So at that table, we have election officials working through county by county and then town by town to make sure that what was cast matches what they have on the computer. And so they're currently working through the Democratic primary for governor, and they're currently on Piscataquis County, and they're working alphabetically, so that leaves them with 5 counties left to go. And then to kind of walk you guys through what is going on and what races they're going through, we're going to actually show you this board over here. So they're going to start with the gubernatorial primary, the Democratic primary, and then they're going to move into the Republican primary. Then we're going to move to Congressional District 2, that Democratic primary, and then we have 2 Republican primaries, one for Senate District 4 and then House District 58, both of those being Republican primaries. All of those are being determined by ranked choice voting. This has been a very long, slow, but tedious and meticulous process. And what are those results going to look like? Well, we're speaking with the Chief Deputy Secretary of State, Kate McBrien, about what those results will actually look like.
The process to actually run the tabulation is instantaneous. We push a button and the program runs every single race all at once. And then Julie Flynn, our Deputy Secretary for Elections, will announce per race. She'll announce the winner, and then she will also describe who the candidates were that were eliminated in each round, so that everyone has that information.
When will those results come in? That's still not really clear just yet, but the Secretary of State's office said they would give us a 2-hour warning when those results would be coming out. To give you kind of context, we're working through the Democratic one, and that leaves us with 4 more races to make sure we have proofed here in Augusta before we can get into that tabulation process. So it's going to be some time, and when we finally get to that moment, you all at home will be able to watch it here in Augusta. We'll be live on air and on our streaming apps, so make sure to tune in. Nicole, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Christian. Good reporting. And switching gears now, Vice President J.D. Vance held a press briefing today at the White House. He was addressing the de-escalation of the conflict in the Middle East. Vance's comments this afternoon come as Iran and the United States appear closer than ever to closing the deal on ending the war. This as Israel continues military action in Lebanon, a close ally to Iran. It's a move that could threaten the agreement. It wouldn't be the first time either that conflict in Lebanon caused talks to fall apart. The current memorandum of understanding between Iran and the U.S. calls for an end to hostilities, not only between the two countries, but also between their allies. President Trump posted to a social media platform earlier today saying he expects Israel to comply to the agreement and end action in Lebanon. Vice President Vance echoing that sentiment today while speaking to the media.
What the president has grown frustrated sometimes is that we seem to be right on the cusp of a major breakthrough in the agreement, and then all of a sudden there's a major explosion that goes off in a civilian population center in Beirut, and a lot of people who have nothing to do with Hezbollah lose their lives. That's not acceptable.
Israeli drone strikes killed 3 people in Lebanon earlier today, according to the Lebanese National News Agency. And Maine Senator Angus King is criticizing President Trump's new ceasefire with Iran as a terrible deal for a war that was, quote, illegal from the get-go. King told Maine reporters today he's reviewed the 14-point memorandum of understanding signed today, and he considers it one-sided. King says it lacks guarantees or inspections about highly enriched uranium used in nuclear weapons, and gives Iran $300 billion for reconstruction, as well as unfreezes $50 billion in Iranian assets.
We certainly didn't get much in this deal, and we certainly didn't get anything close to justifying the expense in American lives, civilians killed, cost to the American taxpayers. We've paid about $60 billion in the last 4 months just in the U.S. in additional gasoline prices because of this war.
And Senator Susan Collins tells us the Iran peace deal, quote, raises a lot of questions and the administration should provide a thorough briefing to the Senate. King also told reporters many Maine-based defense contractors like Bath Iron Works stand to benefit from the annual National Defense Authorization Act that just passed the Senate Armed Services Committee, on which he serves. For example, the act authorizes BIW to build 2, not 1 destroyer in the next fiscal year. And it calls for more F-35 fighter jets whose engines are built by Pratt & Whitney, located in North Berwick.